Greetings viewers, welcome to GASA Media. Today we shall be introducing our new reporter who will go ahead to tell us more about herself.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present myself. My name is Morfaw Frida and this is my first time working with my teammate here.
Okay, she called us her teammates already. So Frida, today we want to know why you came to be part of GASA Media.
The main reason why I chose to belong to GASA Media because I believe that with them I'll be able to improve on my skills on becoming a good journalist in the future, because I believe it is good or very easy to associate with your people of your age group, not actually your age group but the youth.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so. Frida would just want to ask again, what are your expectations from these very people you call your somehow age mates or youths that you learn more from?
What I expect from them is that living here, I will not live the same way I came. I hope that I'm going back, I'm going to achieve something great in the future.
Okay. Frida is ready for this journey, and today we would like to introduce or would like to have this conversation or this talk with our audience about communication and how we can use communication in our school, in business, and also as a journalist. Before I introduce this topic, I just want to ask our very new reporter Frida if she can give us some highlights about communication.
Okay, I'll go front so far to talk about communication. From my own point of view, I believe that communication is simply the exchange of words, ideas, symbols through verbal or non-verbal means. Communication, and I believe that you use the non-verbal means of communication depending on the person, because an individual who does not speak or hears, it is good to use signs and symbols to make them to better understand the message which you want to convey.
Frida, thank you so much for that. Well, viewers, communication does not only end in non-verbal or verbal means. We also learned that in schools, communication is created for a collaborative or to achieve a collaborative culture. In business, it is used to share information to the employees and those outside the company. In journalism, communication has to do with you creating, with you writing a script. Let's just use a normal term. You have to be creative. You need to learn how to write a script that you can be able to communicate either by verbal or non-verbal means. We also know that communication does not end until there's feedback, and in communicating for feedback we have the print media, we have the broadcast media, we will have the audiovisual, we have the digital, we have the outdoor communication. We have realized that since communication needs a feedback, in business, how do we use or what are some of the communication skills that we need as a business partner? You need to communicate with your audience. And in schools, what are some of the skills? In journalism, we want to know the skills that we can use to better communicate with our audience.
There are so many skills which you can use in communicating. You can use this in communicating. A good communicator must be first. You will be able, first of all, to be a good listener. Being able to listen to your audience will give you more chances and more questions to give to your audience in order to have a good feedback and to make the communication process to move smoothly. Again, you must, as a good communicator, you must take note of body languages, because as a good communicator, not everybody must use the verbal means of communication. So listening to them and listening and looking at their body language speaks a lot, will help you so far in communication. Again, in communication, you have to make your language plain and simple, short and concise for people to best understand. Because in using jargons in communication or words which are beyond understandable, you make the audience, they will be very much confused in the message you are passing through.
Well, thank you, Frida. That was a beautiful contribution. Hoping that our audience will learn more, or our viewers will learn more from this. This whole show, viewers, was to get more in acquaintance with our new reporter. As we come to the end of the show, we just wish to say you would like to see more of her skills in times to come. Thank you for staying tuned. I've been your host, Immaculate, and our new reporter,
Morfaw Frida.
Thank you.